Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. The Greensboro Metropolitan Planning Organization, or MPO, is inviting local transit agencies and qualifying nonprofit organizations to apply for the Enhanced Mobility of Seniors and Individuals with Special Needs Project grants. An estimated $370,000 is available to support qualifying transit projects in the current fiscal year. The amount of available grant funding for fiscal year 2025, Section 5310, is subject to change. Applicants may include transit agencies and nonprofits currently operating qualifying services in the Greensboro MPO area. This program will provide funding support for transit operating costs as identified in the MPO's adopted Coordinated Human Services Transportation Plan. Grant applications are available online and the deadline to apply is by 5 p.m. on Thursday, April 24th. Proposed projects will be reviewed and considered for funding by the MPO's Transportation Advisory Committee during its virtual meeting taking place at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, May 7th. The MPO coordinates transportation planning for much of Guilford County. It's important to note Burlington, Gibsonville, Whitsett, High Point, and Jamestown fall outside of the MPO's planning area. For more information or to request a copy of the grant application, visit the MPO website or contact Tram Truong at 336-373-2903. During its March 18th regular meeting, the Greensboro City Council unanimously approved an ordinance amending the Nussbaum Housing Partnership Revolving Fund budget. This provides $571,000 for the Summer Doorway Pallet Shelter program. The city will begin relocating the pallet shelters from Pomona Park to the former Regency Inn site on North O. Henry Boulevard during the second week of April. The 30 two-person pallet homes are being moved to accommodate the Challenger Sports League, which uses the athletic fields at Pomona Park for the baseball games. The move extends the doorway project to the spring and summer months for the first time since the program's inception. Letitia McNeil, director of the Community Safety Department, said the needs of the unhoused do not go away when the weather gets warmer. Moving the pallet shelters will ensure essential sheltering is provided year-round. The relocation is temporary and will not affect the city's long-term plans for redeveloping the former Regency Inn site. The Community Safety Department oversees several initiatives that provide resources for people experiencing homelessness. The Human Rights Department will host its annual Fair Housing Month luncheon. The event will take place at 12 p.m. on Tuesday, April 22nd in the Dees Ballroom at North Carolina A&T State University. This year's event is held in conjunction with North Carolina A&T State University's Transcending Leaders Cohort program. Tickets are $35 per person or $280 for a table of 8. The deadline to purchase tickets online is Monday, April 14th. This year's theme is Housing, a Wicked Problem. It explores solutions to eliminate housing discrimination. Wicked problems are complex social or cultural issues that can be unpredictable and difficult to solve. The program will feature a panel discussion among local researchers, housing professionals, and community advocates. North Carolina A&T students will display presentations about housing insecurity. The North Carolina A&T State University Student Center is located at 1403 John Mitchell Drive. The Human Rights Department promotes mutual understanding, respect, and fair treatment of all Greensboro residents. For more information about the Fair Housing Month luncheon, visit the city's website or contact Paula Washington, Outreach and Education Coordinator, at 336-373-2038. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
70% of Americans are overweight. and the majority of them have health issues that would improve with weight loss. So how do you know if your weight is affecting your health? The easiest way is to calculate out your BMI, or your body mass index. You can do that by going online and entering in your height and your weight. It will give you a number. If that number is 30 or greater, it is likely that your weight is affecting your health. When your BMI is greater than 30, it puts you at much higher risk of things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart disease, stroke, kidney disease, arthritis, cancer, and diabetes. In fact, if your BMI is 30 or greater, you have a greater than 300% chance of becoming diabetic. If your BMI is 40, that increased risk goes up to 500%. So if you want to lose weight, the most important thing to start with is to calculate out your resting metabolic rate. That's what most people consider their metabolism, and it tells us how many calories you need to keep your weight the same with a low level of activity. The best way to do that is to take your weight and multiply by 9 if you're a woman and 11 if you're a man. Now that we've calculated out your resting metabolic rate, it's time to figure out how many calories you need in order to lose weight. If you cut 500 calories per day from your resting metabolic rate, you will lose approximately 1 pound of fat per week. If you think 1 pound a week isn't significant, you should know that a pound of fat is about the size of a small grapefruit. So losing a grapefruit of fat every week isn't too shabby. Exercising while losing weight is important in order to prevent your metabolism from falling while you're losing weight. Studies show that just 10 minutes a day of exercise 5 times a week is enough to cause health benefits. If you increase that exercise to 30 minutes 5 times a week, you maximize those benefits and you find it much easier in order to keep your weight off. Studies also show that if you exercise more than 30 minutes 5 times a week, you can increase your hunger. That increase in hunger tends to make you eat more calories than you just burned, which defeats the point of exercise for weight loss. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully these tips will help put you on the path for a healthier future. For more information, go to conehealth.com/wellness. I'm Dr. Karen Beasley.
The city has a plan for creating pedestrian-friendly spaces downtown, and find out how you can volunteer to take part in the greatest American cleanup. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. 2 sections of Elm Street from Lewis Street to MLK Drive and McGee Street to Washington Street will be temporarily closed beginning on Friday, April 4th. This is in an effort to create welcoming, pedestrian-friendly spaces for the purpose of activating creative programming and events. On the first Friday of each month from April to December, the 2 sections of Elm Street will close at 2 p.m. and will reopen on the following Sunday at 8 a.m. These street closures are in response to ongoing feedback from the downtown business community to address excessive vehicular noise and congestion during heightened business hours. The effort is being coordinated in partnership between the City of Greensboro, Downtown Greensboro Incorporated, and various downtown business owners. For more information, contact Josh Sherrick with Parks and Recreation at 336-373-7817 or Rob Overman with the Downtown Greensboro Incorporated at 336-379-0060. Creative Greensboro's first residency of the year will be Triad Spaces inside the Hyers Theater, produced by AGI Productions. In honor of the 10-year anniversary of the Stephen D. Hyers Theater, AGI Productions' original work is a unique theatrical experience based on stories submitted by the theater community. The production will include dramatized versions of their memories, experiences, and anecdotes in or about the Hyers Theater, mixing drama, comedy, music, dance, and multimedia elements to create something entirely vibrant and new. Performances will take place on Friday, May 2nd at 7 p.m., Saturday, May 3rd at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m., and Sunday, May 4th at 2 p.m. Tickets are $10 and available online. AGI Productions was formed last year by a group of Greensboro-based friends from diverse backgrounds who want to bring imaginative, thought-provoking theatrical experiences to the community. The Stephen D. Hires Theater is located in the Greensboro Cultural Center at 200 North Davie Street. For more information, contact Creative Greensboro's Performing Arts Coordinator, Todd Fisher, at 336-373-2974 or visit the city's website. Greensboro Beautiful will join forces with Keep Winston-Salem Beautiful and Keep High Point Beautiful. The three entities are participating in the Greatest American Cleanup taking place on Saturday, April 5th. The community event will be led by Greensboro Beautiful volunteers at Levitt Field in Noco Park from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Participants are encouraged to wear comfortable clothing and bring gloves and refillable water bottles. Supplies will be provided, but volunteers are welcome to bring their own. After the cleanup, light refreshments will be served, and volunteers will be able to connect with fellow community members who share an appreciation for a cleaner, greener triad. Keep America Beautiful is encouraging communities to come together and celebrate America's 250th birthday in 2026 by keeping our country green and beautiful. For more information about the Greatest American Cleanup or to register to volunteer, visit the Greensboro Beautiful website. The Guilford Workforce Development Board has devised a way to expand employment and training opportunities for job seekers. Coming up after the break, we'll talk to the director of Guilford Works to find out how services are being expanded. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. The Guilford Workforce Development Board launched a new initiative focused on expanding employment and educational opportunities for local businesses and job seekers. Joining me now to tell us about the group's foundation is Dr. Danielle Harrison. She is the Executive Director of Guilford Works. Hello, Danielle. Welcome back.
Hi, Carla. Thank you for having me.
Good to see you, as always. So talking about your foundation, this is a new initiative. How long did it take to establish the Guilford Works Foundation?
And so this foundation, it's been in the works for well over a year. It was a vision of mine to establish a means to accrue revenue outside of our traditional federal dollars.
Okay, well, congratulations on that. So
Thank you.
Somewhat the overall scope, but can you expound on that and tell us about the foundation's framework?
Sure. So the foundation will support the work of the Workforce Development Board. And so, as you know, we are federally funded, and with federal funds, there comes restrictions. And so this will allow us to create additional revenue so that way we can provide additional services and opportunities for our participants, job seekers, as well as our employers.
Okay, well, that's a really great approach, and that will lend to some community involvement perhaps. And then you have the partnership, as you said, with the Workforce Development Board. So explain how they will work with you and building these funds through the foundation.
Sure, and so the Workforce Development Board has opportunities such as the Healthcare Summit, as well as test proctoring and our Mobile Career Center. And so through a fee for services policy, we are able to charge for certain services or for events, and so those funds will go through our foundation. So the foundation can take those dollars and apply it to the work of the Workforce Development Board.
Okay, lots of streams of revenue.
Yes.
And I would guess that's your overall goal, that the foundation wants to accomplish as many opportunities to connect with community, but also raise those extra dollars.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, speaking of that, sometimes that involves community involvement. So how can the community support the Guilford Works Foundation?
Absolutely. And so they could send an email through danielle.harrison@gwf@gmail.com, or they can visit our Guilford Works website at www.guilfordworks.org.
Okay, well, thank you, Danielle, for taking time to stop by to promote this very new initiative of the Guilford Works Foundation. We wish you much success, and do come back. Give us updates on how the foundation is doing, but also the workforce development opportunities.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That segment is coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. These City Council meetings take place in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Cablecast. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The Greensboro City Council approved several key financial measures associated with the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex. City Council unanimously passed an ordinance amending the donations and contributions budget to reflect a $5 million contribution from Cone Health in support of the community complex. Council also approved a resolution authorizing the execution of a guaranteed maximum price amendment for a contract with the Samet Corporation, allocating $12 million for Noco Park construction. Last but not least, the City Council passed a resolution approving a change order to a contract awarding $3 million to Harper Corporation for additional construction phase services. The city broke ground on the Windsor-Chavis-Noco Community Complex last November. The facility will be the first of its kind in Greensboro, offering library services, recreation, healthcare, and social services in one location. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight. But first, prepare to mark your calendars for the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here are some special events happening this week on the town. The R&B Invitation Tour featuring rhythm and blues legends Joe, Music Soul Child, and Eric Benet visits the Tanger Center April 4th. Enjoy a night of smooth vocals and timeless hits in a show that promises to deliver an unforgettable experience. Find tickets online at tangercenter.com. Bring your sensitive documents for shredding, household hazardous waste, and electronic waste to the city's next Recycle Rodeo, April 5th at Guilford Elementary School. The Recycle Rodeo is open to all Greensboro and Guilford County residents. And if you're unsure what to bring, visit the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov. The Greensboro History Museum hosts a Southern Mixer Community Day, April 5th. Discover Asian American stories from Greensboro and across the state. Meet local residents and learn about the University of North Carolina's Asian American Center Southern Mix Project, which documents the distinct and powerful voices from Asian Americans around the Southeast. Learn more at greensborohistory.org. The final lecture in Guilford College's 20-year-old Bryan series features Ashley Judd April 8th at the Tanger Center. The 2017 Time Magazine Person of the Year winner, Judd is a well-known actor and a leading advocate for mental health, gender equality, and the elimination of poverty. Find tickets online at tangercenter.com. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents, and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. Guilford Works, the Workforce Development Board for Guilford County, recently published its annual report for program year 2023-2024. This report showcases the organization's successes, including such notable achievements as winning the 2023 Governor's Award of Distinction presented by the Triad Business Journal for Guilford Works' Fresh Start Initiative for the Justice Impacted. The department hosted several community connections, including the Toyota hiring event, healthcare career pathways seminar, and furniture roundtable meetings. Guilford Works received funding for post-secondary credential attainment, education and training for the renewable and clean energy sector, and virtual reality equipment for career exploration and training. Guilford Works is dedicated to connecting local employers and job seekers and enhancing the regional workforce through various innovative programs, events, and community partnerships. For more information about Guilford Works and employment initiatives and to review the annual report, please visit the city's website. Coming up after the break is our Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the city of Greensboro. The Office of Sustainability and Resilience hosted the tree planting event to commemorate North Carolina Arbor Day. Mayor Pro Tem Mary Kay Abusawader shared a few words about the importance of the city's Neighborwoods program, which is dedicated to the installation of trees in areas lacking foliage. With assistance from community members and staff from the Parks and Recreation Department, the group planted 12 trees at McGirt-Horton Library. Way to go, City of Greensboro. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM, 100.7 FM, and 90.5 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Talk City in Espanol, plus GTN is streaming on Cablecast. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.